Well, speaking of those exams, it is estimated that 1 in 6 South Africans suffer from depression. But according to a recent statement released by healthcare provider PHARMA Dynamics, South African students are more prone to depression and anxiety than ever before. Now, PHARMA Dynamics spokesperson Nicole Jennings is here to shed light, as well as mental health portfolio manager Shukat Mujenka. Good morning, you two.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
You know what? These are some scary statistics coming through. I mean, Shukat, why are our South African students so, why are these stats like they are? Like, why are they more prone to depression and anxiety?
I think first and foremost, it's that time of the year. It's stress and anxiety time, it's exam time. But there's this additional socioeconomic pressures that's been put on to our South African students with regard to the victimizations happening at campuses, with regard to the violent protests that's happening to campuses, and that's making the students more vulnerable to depression and anxiety at the moment.
Does something like social media play a role? Because I feel like, if just left without my phone for a day, the anxiety levels are a little bit higher than usual.
I always think so in terms of, where's my phone? I can't get to my messages, I can't tweet, I can't Facebook, and that leads usually to further increases in anxiety when they don't have that little device at hand.
I can imagine. And what are some of the statistics at the moment?
They're quite scary, as you rightly pointed out. There was a recent study done in 2015 by the University of Stellenbosch that of various kids of various backgrounds that showed that about 12% of students suffer from moderate to severe symptoms of depression, and about 15% of students suffer from moderate to severe symptoms of anxiety. And overall, even more scary than that, is about 25% of students showed symptoms or discussed symptoms of suicidal ideation.
Sure. Those are some scary statistics
Really?
that you are showing there. And Nicole, what are some of the, the telltale signs that parents can look out for, even educators?
Okay, the symptoms of depression are vast, and it can vary from individual to individual. But some of the signs to look out for is a loss of interest in activities that the person previously found enjoyable. Then also excessive weight gain or weight loss. You can also look at if the person is feeling sad for an extended period of time and it's sort of inexplicable. And then, of course, also suicidal thoughts can also be a sign of depression.
You know what? I think a lot of people, this is a conversation that needs to be had, and I believe PHARMA Dynamics have an online platform called, it is called Let's Talk. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
That's right. So the PHARMA Dynamics platform is really there to create a community and a safe space for people who struggle with mental illness to talk about their disease, but also to share their inspirational stories. We also have some lovely nutritional recipes on there. Research does show that lifestyle change can really go a long way in helping with mental illness, and especially during exam times. It's not just about emotional state, it's also about your cognitive capacity and your ability to learn. So quality of nutrition and regular exercise is key in this time for students.
I think this online platform is amazing, because I think often, there's not a space where you can safely voice your opinion without receiving that cyber attack. But you also mentioned, lifestyle changes can be implemented. Most students will be going into year exams coming up. Our matriculants are probably about halfway through the end of year exams. What are some of the things they can do right now? If they're feeling a little bit stressed, they're feeling a little bit anxious, what can they do to just, hoosa a little?
So let's talk, that's the name of the campaign, and that's step number 1, is to talk about it if you're feeling anxious. And if for example, you feel like your anxiety is, not normal. Of course, feeling a bit anxious during exam time is one thing, but if you're consistently feeling sad and if you're starting to feel drained and you need some assistance, speak to someone, speak to some of your friends, speak to your parents or family members, and see if you can get the support that you need. Regular exercise and quality of nutrition, extremely important to just take care of your mental well-being. And then lastly, of course, do focus on studying and preparing yourself adequately for the exams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And if all else failed, there's a PHARMA Dynamics toll-free helpline if they need to chat to someone on the other side. We have trained counselors from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. That number is 0800 20 50 26, and there's somebody on the other side if they need to chat to someone.
Oh, that's incredible. I love this. Thank you so much for coming to shed some light that there is help out there. And you know what? Mental health is not something to be ashamed of. And if you are feeling overwhelmed and you feel you need, support or treatment, the options are out there, especially with exams currently underway. Now, you can visit the Let's Talk online platform. That's at www.letstalkmh.co.za for more advice and treatment options.
PHARMA Dynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.